Hello, my name is Mike, and today's show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop at MikeOmaraShow.com/Amazon. It's quite simply the best way to support this show. If you need it, Amazon has it, and you can get it at MikeOmaraShow.com/Amazon. Bookmark it, please.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeOmaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
I am enjoying a fountain beverage from a place that I did not visit today. Hold on, let me put it in front of you.
How did you get it if you did not go there?
Mrs. O'Mara occasionally enjoys a fountain beverage, and we breakfasted together this morning.
Of course. Are you loving it? Because the cup says, I'm loving it.
You know, really, if we stopped and took time to read these cups.
Yes.
Text score to win. There's some sort of game going on. Oh, it seems to be a World Cup soccer.
Football Americano.
I wonder if that would just be football. Yeah,
Jeez.
I'm wondering if that's a Florida-based promotion because of the population down there.
because we don't have that up here.
No,
It says Brazil, and prizes include big screen TVs, free Big Mac sandwiches for a year,
and sombreros.
Who doesn't want
Do
that?
you know anyone that ever won big money off these games?
No.
I just know like guys like myself and my friends that have won like Big Macs or free small fries or
Sure.
possibly.
Meanwhile, you're running around with your wallet that has Illinois Avenue in it because you think you're going to win the Porsche.
Look at this thing here, though. Take a peek at that. I'm still getting used to where this camera is. And is the Pony? Is the camera working?
Yes, it is.
Everything's working.
Terrific. And I'm looking in here, and I see that you can learn more about your food by that little barcode. What do they call those codes now?
A QR code.
The QR code.
QR code.
I could actually probably take a picture of that code and tell you all about it.
A QR code. So I'm enjoying the fountain beverage. But you know what?
What is it? What is the beverage?
A diet, a DC. It's a DC. And what do you mean DC? Well, you like the sugary stuff.
Yeah, if you're going to drink a soda, come on, don't kill yourself with the fake chemicals. Eat some sugar, man.
Yeah, because this is doing well for this man.
Yeah, it is. But as a rule, happiest guy in the room.
He is. You know what? I had like a come to Jesus yesterday with Shannon, and I said, I had a business conversation with Rob, and I said, Rob, he really is the man that can understand the gravitas of a situation.
Gravitas,
yes, of a situation, but for some reason he has the ability to like brush it off his shoulders and be like, you know what? Tomorrow's a new day, Oscar. We're gonna call those guys. He does it
non-verbally. Like during the pre-show today was rather extensive. We got a late start.
Great pre-show.
It was really one of the worst pre-shows we've ever had in our existence.
Not terrific.
And not because, incidentally, and not because of anything really bad.
No.
Because ultimately it's not really
That's
bad.
not a big deal.
We did, to be honest with you, the previous incarnations, this would have been a much more dismal situation.
Yeah.
Don't you guys agree?
I agree.
But Oscar,
Yes.
I look at Rob while all the crap was going on. We had some business stuff and we had some technical stuff that we were working on.
Right.
It was going on and on and on. And I watched Rob, and Rob was just becoming more and more and more deflated. You don't verbalize it, but I see you. I can.
Well, if I
and with the cameras, I see you guys better than I used to see you before.
If I deflate in front of you in high definition color, what is that going to do but make you less happy? My job here, I mean, face it, my job here is not to reinforce any sort of negativity. I'm here to prop you up. I'm the jester. I've always been the jester.
He's a kind soul. Because I
think
he is a kind
soul.
threatened Pony with physical violence before the program started, if he couldn't find an email.
That actually, you know what? Usually the shoe's on the other foot, but I will tell you something. You made me nervous. You know how you always tell me I make you uptight?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That actually,
I made you tense?
Well,
Yes.
yeah, when you crossed the room.
Absolutely.
No.
You didn't hear
Absolutely.
Mike said, turn the mic off until he starts hitting him, then turn the mic on because I want to hear it.
I didn't hear that. I wasn't going to hit him.
It made me
disappointed.
It made me very, very uncomfortable, and now I kind of understand. Well, I've understood that forever. Nobody wants to be around that. It's just very, it's very creepy. And then I kind of do the same thing, and really step up to the camera. Let's take a peek at the man who really got it all.
Yeah.
He got it from both sides. He was being kicked on both sides of his body.
Matthew, assume your television position.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Matthew Bloom, Pony Boy. There he is.
There he is.
Hi.
Hey, you know what's
how you
funny,
feeling?
Matt, is for the for the 10th consecutive day, the headphones still don't reach.
Yeah.
So you didn't take them off.
Go sit back down. Right. No, I don't give a rat's ass about the headphones. Take them off. Go back to your seat. I don't care. That took 15 minutes. Minutes. It's your speed. That's the problem.
To be fair, Mike.
Jesus Christ.
To be fair, you did request it.
Yeah, you did.
I know.
You asked
I know,
for
but
it.
it's
not
like
gonna change from-
stand in front of the camera. Okay, stand in front of the camera. You know what stand in front of the camera is this? That's stand in front of the camera. It's a channel crossing for this guy.
No,
it's
He's like
seriously.
that lady, Diana Nyad.
Yes, it's Diana Nyad going to Key West from Miami. I mean, it's just Jesus Christ.
So Rob is such a peacemaker, such a kind man.
Yes.
The back and forth between Pony and I was, hey, I'm waiting for someone to call me.
He put
for
in
the
a service
situation.
ticket,
a
yeah.
service ticket, and we all know how that works. And I said, well, that's not going to work. He goes, well, I can't find an email to contact this one company that we need to contact. And I said, Pony, if I find an email and it's right there on the website, you just had to look, I'm going to go nuclear. And then I would say I start working on something else, and then 2 seconds later, I hear Pony on the phone, he's found an email or a phone call,
number, yeah.
a phone number. And I said to Rob, so he did find the phone number. He goes, I found it and gave it to him. I didn't want him to get in trouble.
That's it. That's the man right
That's
there.
the man.
That's
Such
the man
a
right
kind
there.
man.
I want
Absolutely.
for us
Kind
all
man.
to live in a land of love.
That's true.
Love,
That's true.
love.
But that's
Love
why we,
glove.
that's
and with
why
that
we
said,
work so well.
it is Thursday. We forgot the birthdays. We will do that
hold on a
after we
second.
take
Wait,
a break.
there's
We're
a
going to
bit.
do that
Hold on.
after we take a break.
Okay, let's start the show.
I'm sorry.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Did you ever suck the jelly out of a jelly donut and then fill it with chocolate swirl ice cream?
I like to stuff a jelly donut with Reese's peanut butter cup, then put it in a warm oven and let the chocolate and everything melt into the dough.
How about peanut butter and jelly on a chocolate-covered graham cracker?
With thin layers of banana on top.
The crones, they got chocolate-covered orange wedges. The juice just dribbles down your chin. A wedge of the actual fruit is covered with that thick, dark chocolate.
Oh, boy. How'd you like to stuff one of them in a donut?
Get the honey, Junior.
Give him the honey, Junior.
It's in the cupboard, Tom. Well, get it. What else did they cover with that chocolate? I mean, besides the orange wedges, grapes, peaches?
Strawberries.
Junior, the honey.
Those big, juicy stem strawberries are dipped into that dark, dark chocolate.
Get the honey! Get the honey!
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
We are live from the Birthday Girl Studios. This is the Mike O'Mara Show, broadcasting all over the planet. We are powered by Encore Insurance Services with over 23 million downloads. We're at MikeO'MaraShow.com, and we are heard over the air on the mighty 1630 KCJJ in the heart of the heartland. Go Hawks!
Hello, sports director Tom Suter.
We still haven't contacted Steve with the listeners out at KCJJ.
Remember, we're going to do it on Friday. I told you it's going to be a
very
Friday.
good. Friday.
Yeah.
Very excited about that. The Mike O'Mara Show is a daily radio show and podcast with the greatest listeners in the world. Why?
Why?
Because they get it.
They
The
do.
opening of the show, that little tape segment that Rob played, is probably appropriate with Northern Virginia Community College. Do you know that 80% of all cardiac events happen in the home?
True,
so
Mike.
chances are the life you save will be someone you love. That is, if you know how to save them. It could not be easier, but you do need the training.
Yeah.
Luckily, the NVCC American Heart Association Training Center is here to help. Their Heart Saver First Aid with CPR and AED hybrid course is a great way to get you certified. You can complete the lecture portion online and your schedule and do it whenever you want. Then complete your skills practice and testing when it's convenient for you as well. They also have the best instructors to make sure you are 100% confident in your abilities to respond to an emergency. And it's not just for adults. Starting in 2016, high schoolers will have to be CPR certified to graduate. So get ahead of the game. The first 50 TMOS listeners to register for the hybrid course get the online code free. That's a $40 value. That's terrific, and really, you owe it to yourself. If you're around people, you work in a retail operation, you work around, if you're maybe going to be a guard at a lifeguard at a pool, you know, anybody, you all need this, and
even
especially
if you
in your
just
own
go,
home.
even if you just go to a pool, you want to be there to help someone out in the case it happens. You know.
Act now. Click on the NBCC AHA banner at MikeOmaraShow.com for more information and to contact. Who is it, Rob?
Prill.
Come on, I want 50 to do this today. Please help us out, okay? Really, that's how we get people to respond to our advertisers. You want to do just the online portion? My question is, can they do just the online portion? I'm curious about that. We got to find that out.
Get you that
because
answer.
if they can, that'll be an answer I'd like. Be sure to ask about BLS renewal and the 4-for-3 deal for business groups. Just remember the code TMOS. Do it today because CPR is a way of life. Okay, we got jammed up today. Lots going on behind the scenes. All good. Everything's right with the world. It was really all concerning our Ustream feed and getting that up and running. And we had some numbers we needed to put in that we couldn't find and all that good stuff all behind the scenes. And it delayed one of the greatest moments of my week, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
It is and today in particular, I am looking forward to it, our birthday segment.
Oh, it's today, isn't it?
Yes. We begin. Oh, here we go.
Birthday to you.
We begin with a birthday greeting for our number one lady. Today is the birthday of our very own Cappy Pfeiffer.
Hey, Cappy!
Happy birthday, Ms. Pfeiffer.
Oh, dear.
And she has a very special request that is such a good one, and Rob put so much effort into it that we're going to do it at the very end of the birthday.
You're
We're
going to
get
put
back
it
to Cappy.
The anchor position?
Yes, it'll be in the anchor position because that's just the way we run. Jennifer Hudson, not the singer, it's with a T, not a D. She just turned 39. Can Rob please run out and get her 39 bottles of wine and 39 Advil liquid gels?
Oh, you
Thank
bet I
you.
will. I will get some Cabernet, and I'll be right back.
There you go. Look at that. Look at that Chrysler 300. Black smoke pouring out of the back of that exhaust.
Yeah.
Be careful. Don't pull him over. He's got an axe in the trunk.
I think the
very
shocks are
scary.
bad. It's a hatchet. You know what a hatchet is, Bug? It's like a small axe.
It's a hatchet. Scott Gutknecht. Whoa.
Hello.
How are you? Wo ist der Scott Gutknecht? Jawohl, this is einen Scotten Gutknecht. He is a new listener. He's turning 22, and he would like to know if Dr. Evil has any plans to take over the world on Scott's birthday. Well, Scott Gutknecht, of course not. How can I do Dr. Evil when I'm doing the German officer? There you are. Don't enjoy it, yeah. Sorry you didn't get your Dr. Evil.
That's a curveball.
Here's one that's plenty early. The very eager Joe McCann from the Woodlands, Texas, has a birthday on May 17th.
Yeah, I know. Joe, relax, pal.
Can we please sing him the traditional TMOS birthday song, Yes We McCann?
Ready?
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Selfish.
McCann. Selfish.
Others, Joe.
Happy 10th birthday this week to Xander Null. Now, that is an interesting name, Xander Null.
Yeah, I wonder if he's actually Alexander, and that's short version, or if he's properly a Xander.
I wonder if he's part of the Arlington Nulls. Rumor has it he might be getting a new bike for his birthday. Very, very cool. Ooh. Also, Monday was birthday number 42 for Mr. Mike Scheinberg. Such a mitzvah. Yeah, you got Xander Null over here. You got Mike Scheinberg over here. Everybody's got a birthday. There's one guy from Texas. He wants to get in early, so he sends it up, even though his birthday's not till May 17th. I don't understand what's going around. Everybody turns around and gets crazy backwards. Then Pony forgets to get us on TV. Anyway,
do you think Mike Scheinberg will celebrate his birthday by eating piece cake?
Oh, have a nice piece of cake. Enjoy your cake. These are our friends in Havana. Anyway.
Make sure everyone sees it.
See the cake. Yes, a smaller piece. I'll just read this one the way it was submitted. Birthday, Eddie Cameron, Thursday, April 24th. Thanks.
That's all that was written.
That's Eddie Cameron. Doesn't that sound like some guy that would be performing in the Catskills in the early 1960s? Eddie Cameron!
There he is. Bring him out.
All right. Detective Scott Moore has a birthday next week. He's a big TMOS fan in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. He'd probably love some words from another great detective, Detective John Kimball. That's a great name, Detective John Kimball. I forgot the door.
Oh, look.
I'm leaving now.
Oh, so Arnold was in there the whole time.
Now I'm coming back out. I was standing over Mike's shoulder. This is Detective John Kimball.
Hey.
I want to say, hey, Scott Moore. I hope you have a more birthday. What, Rob?
I was going to ask a question for Detective John Kimball. Can you use your detecting skills to detect our Ustream key number?
Yeah.
That's an inside joke. You see, he's a man with a loving heart, Oscar, but then he throws Pony on the bus on the air.
Just need 21 letters and numbers.
Yes, very good. Congratulations, Pony. Guess who turns 21 next week?
Who?
That's right. It's Alyssa Bogary. Yes, Alyssa Bogary. She of the Wichita Bogaries. No, I don't know. And now with some helpful advice on the best way to observe birthday number 21, here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Gingerbread Man.
Alyssa, when you're out and about, remember this. If the alcohol is in a plastic bottle, just drink half of it. And keep it tight.
There you go. And he was doing that and accounting at the same time.
He was.
Liz Knight humbly requests a birthday shout-out for her fiancé, Brad Bertelson. Rob, the pronouncers are just superlative this week.
When they provide them, I always include them.
Really just a walk in the park. She says the three of us mean the world to them. Sorry, Pony. Bad day for Pony.
It really is.
Pony.
I didn't put that in there. Sorry, Pony. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, Pony. And for us to please tell Brad that Liz cannot wait to marry him. Isn't that lovely?
Very sweet.
It's very nice.
Isn't that terrific? Yes. And, boy, the fun will happen right after that. Anyway, Jay Clyde, another great name. Great names today.
Jay Clyde.
Jay Clyde has been tuning in since the WAVA days. Wow, that's a long time ago, which makes him as old as dirt. Can Bob Barker tell him what he might be getting for his birthday, okay? Hold on. Well, hello, Jay. Fantastic. We love Jay. Hold on just a second. I'm popping something in because I want to. Rob Spiewak, pad for me.
You know, Bob, it really hasn't been the same since you left the show. Drew Carey's a nice enough fella, but he doesn't have your charisma, and also the new announcer is a stain. I hope I miss Johnny Olsen.
You don't like him?
I miss Rod Roddy. I thought they were classic, and what we need to have is. On April Fool's Day, they brought in Craig Ferguson.
I remember
to
that.
host.
Rob.
And
Hello.
Are you back, Bob?
Rob.
Will you
I'm
ever-
trying. Mike O'Mara is trying in his machine to find the new Corvette sound.
Yeah.
You don't happen to know what it's under by any chance?
Search it under new.
New.
N-E-W, and then punch that in there. Bob, any chance you'll ever darken the doors of the studio again and maybe host a little something?
I don't think there's a chance. I think I'll be darkening the doors of the casket before I
Oh, no. I thought you were in really good health. That was my understanding that you're doing quite well.
I want to find it now. It's a quest.
You will find it. Did you search Corvette?
I did. I couldn't find
And you don't have new? It's not under new?
No, it's not. No. I've lost it forever. It's that kind of day.
Of course.
It's that kind of day.
Well,
and
maybe the fact is Jay Clyde didn't win anything.
Jay Clyde, you're a big loser. And now Bill Clinton to wish a most happy birthday to Allie Zabrowski. Okay, here we go. Well, hello, Allie. Hello, dear. Hope you're enjoying your birthday. Birthday now, cake soon. Thank you. Adios.
What about the cigars?
Well, we're not going there. Our most sincere belated birthday wishes to Mr. Dale West.
Yes.
Good guy,
All right.
Dale.
It seems to me, you keep track of these, Rob. It seems to me that we read Dale's name maybe more than once a year.
Well, I would say this, that Dale is not what I would call a low-maintenance listener. He's a good guy, he's a nice guy, and a tremendous supporter, but he got cut because of time last week.
Oh, okay.
And he wrote me a letter where apparently he took it very personally and allowed me to say this. Dale, nothing personal. Sometimes it just happens, and here's your make good, darling.
All right, Dale has listened to all 1,040 episodes, purchased all 177 bonus shows, and even gets his daughter, who lives in Germany, to do all her shopping through our Amazon portal. Here is to Dale West, ladies and gentlemen. Dale
Solid.
West.
And maybe the reason he's high maintenance, Mike, is because he's worth it.
He is worth it. And Dale, I'm
He's
going
a
to
great
give you
supporter.
this is my birthday gift to you. I'm going to give you a nickname. This goes between the Dale and the West, okay? Your nickname is Wild. All right? Your name from now on, and you can put this on your Facebook page. This is from me to you. Dale Wild West. That's what I think your name should be. Thank you.
I think you pretty much solved it, yeah.
Lori Sandler Canada is that really her last name? Lori Sandler Canada?
It always seems to me like that might be a made-up Facebook thing. But on Facebook, her name is Lori Sandler Canada, yeah.
Lori Sandler Canada is about to turn the same age as Mike. Wow. Oh, that's 29. Good for her. She wants to celebrate with a cookout in Rochester, New York. Oh, only the best cookouts in Rochester. I love those. They're fantastic. Now, can non-committal tell her the best way to do it this weekend, okay? Hey, how you doing? Okay. Hey, I want to say hi to Lori Sandler Canada. What an incredible name. Amazing to have a last name after an entire country. And don't get me up there because I don't do forecasts north of the border.
Well, can you do a forecast for Rochester?
Oh, Rochester, New York. Let's take a look at the big weather map over here. Okay, non-committal with your Rochester weather. It's going to be very, very sunny. Right now, sunshine, broken clouds, and chilly temperatures in the mid to upper 50s in the Rochester, New York area.
What are broken clouds?
Broken clouds? Well, don't get me to commit on that one. You hump. Anyway, that's all he had to say. Finally, a birthday hello for Sean Buttershaw, or Battershaw.
Battershaw.
Quite a last name.
Hello.
Actually, I didn't know what he was shooting for.
Hello, Sean.
I was thinking it might have been this. But do you think we could possibly, the three of us, recreate this?
Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello.
I don't know. Might be above us.
Now, Rob, I see that there are some gifts for me.
Yeah.
We can do that when we come back because right now I want to get to what Kathy wanted. Cappy is a big fan of Frank Underwood, Congressman Frank Underwood. And in honor of Cappy, we would like to bring the congressman in here. Congressman Underwood? Oh, he's standing by. Has a scowl on his face because he's been waiting quite some time.
Well, that's
Hello,
Pony's
boy.
fault.
Congressman?
Yes.
Now, question, I don't want a spoiler alert here, but depending on where you are in season 2, you could be a congressman, you could be vice president, you could be something even better.
Dead.
Well, I understand waiting is a part of the waiting game, is part of living in Washington, so I'm not going to overreact or overstate my position. I would just share some very important things for Cappy Pfeiffer on the occasion of her birth.
It's her birthday, yeah.
I would simply give both you and Oscar Santana, Rob Spiewak, Mike O'Mara, and Matt Bloom a brief warning that you're never to keep me waiting again.
Of course not. Your time is very valued.
You know, a birthday's kind of like a clown at a spelling bee.
What?
Nobody wants to laugh until the monkey wrench tightens the noose of happiness.
I can see your point, but did you want to
I've always felt. Go ahead, Rob. Yes, the timing is flawless on this. Yes, Twitchy, what do you want? What?
I was going to say, if you had a birthday greeting for Cappy, that's really the reason we brought you here.
I understand that, but don't worry about that. I'm going to get you your material. You wrote the damn stuff. Now let me deliver it. I've always felt that birthday cake without ice cream is like a gymnast without legs.
Really?
Sure, she can tumble, but the balance beam is a whole nother matter.
Wow.
My pappy told me that if I wanted a birthday present, I had better make damn sure that I had slopped the pigs and romanced my lady. God forbid I mix the two up.
Oh no, that would be horrible, wouldn't it?
All I'm saying is that if you bring a turkey to a cockfight, you better hope that the fireman doesn't forget to shine his pole before the church bell rings.
You've always said that.
That sounds
What I say all the time. Listen, Madam Secretary, I could get a Las Vegas maitre d' to eat a garbage mechanic's shirt, and I can get you to play cards with a cockeyed dog catcher. The only thing is, I'll be the one dealing the cards.
Now, how does that even fit in to what we're talking about, Mr. Underwood?
You know something, Spiewak? You don't know what you're up against.
What?
My brain is like an outer space wasp's nest. Chock-a-block with evil intentions and questionable odors. Once you get in, you can't get out unless you dance to the tune of a fiddler crab.
I'm not sure.
Mr. Underwood?
Yeah.
Yes, hello, Oscar.
If you're outer space, the wasp really can't fly.
Yeah, it's true.
Let me tell you about my Underwoodisms. If you start to overanalyze them, you're going down a slippery slope, and
Yes,
that
sir.
slope's
Yes, sir.
going to end up in death and destruction.
Oh, yeah.
Have I made myself clear, Mr. Santana?
Yes, sir.
Crystal.
Yes, I'll never forget the time my brother Tank Underwood.
Tank Underwood?
Yes, Tank Underwood. You know Tank, don't you?
Sure.
He put a handful of Mama's prized mushrooms down his shorts. For about 2 days, he walked like I had a shoe full of pudding that he didn't want to bruise.
I didn't know. Can you bruise pudding?
I believe you can. Especially if you're sitting in Leesburg and drinking wine. Son, you never bring brownies to a diabetic's funeral. And you don't order pizza if the rain gutters are clogged with lies, half-truths, and infidelities. Understand one thing.
Just one thing?
Congress is a machine.
No.
Same as a vacuum cleaner, cotton gin, or that lady Robin Roberts on Good Morning America. It's going to take more than organic peanut butter to stop old Frank Underwood. You're going to need a big gun, a gun made out of cheats and lies and ham and Cool Whip and liquid paper and fish sauce and joke books and snow globes and monkey statues and body fluids and walrus tusks and just a little bit of cottage cheese. The sooner you learn that, the happy you'll be. Happy birthday, Cappy Pfeiffer. Hope you have many more.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's very
nice
sweet.
that you could come by, sir.
Yeah, well, I got to leave now, and you know, we already started the show, so we're going to go to break, and then Mike's going to come back on the weirdest show we've ever done, you sons of bitches. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment of our program is brought to you by Encore Insurance Services. We love our friends at Encore, and if you're out there shopping insurance, it's hard to know which company offers the best value. Encore Insurance is here to help. Encore surveys the most highly rated companies in the insurance industries to compare premiums. And it really wouldn't be industries plural, it would be industries singular.
Of course, industry.
I turned into Frank Underwood again. Popular internet disc jockey Oscar Santana will tell you it couldn't be any easier, isn't that right?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. There you go. That's his contribution. Thank you. Call toll free 866-347-5748 to get a free life insurance quote. Because remember, you never know when you're going to be heading across that intersection and the big old metro bus is going to send you to the happy hunting ground.
So true.
If you prefer computers, just visit smartterm.com. That's SMARTTERM.com. That's where you'll find the license disclaimer and quality customer service. Encore Insurance Services, LLC. Stop paying too much for life insurance. Protect your family the smart way at smartterm.com. When we do that Frank Underwood segment, we'll get to the gifts in a second here. When we do that Frank Underwood segment, I feel how somebody might feel working on a great sitcom. Because Rob Spiewak, who I give some applause to right now,
He killed it. It was really
does that,
good.
and that to me, that is as much a treat to me as it is if you guys enjoy listening to that, because Rob has so much fun.
You.
And it's my favorite part of Rob's sense of humor, which is the complete just making no sense. That's the type of thing you would see Rob and I sitting on a plane or sitting in a lounge in some airport, falling on our ass, and everybody else standing around going, what? We hope we bring a lot of people to the party, and Oscar obviously loves it too. It's a lot of fun.
You know, there was actually a revision because a couple of them made sense, so I had to go back and fix them.
The fact that you could bring snow globes up.
Oh, my God. That last part. And I have to read it. I don't like normally to do that in advance. I really don't. If Rob writes something, I kind of like to just get it and lay it out on you. I have to read that in advance because I won't make it through it. When he's listing a gun made out of cheats and lies and ham and Cool Whip and liquid paper and fish sauce and joke books Jesus
Joke
Christ,
books.
that was funny.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Cappy. Now, you said during all that, we had a lot of birthday stuff going on.
Right.
That there was something else lying around. We haven't even
Gifts.
gotten to anything on the show yet today.
Well, we'll start the show in a second, but there's always, I love when people send gifts to our P.O. Box, and that is P.O. Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia, 20177. Do you remember when you were complaining about...
And incidentally, my other P.O. box down here,
Yes.
that has been discontinued. So
Good.
if you happen to jot that
Good
down,
man.
please do not do that.
You guys could find it again?
Yeah, it's off Tamiami,
I
isn't
mean,
it?
it was quite an address.
Oh, and I found out that
You need a treasure map to get to it.
Yeah.
I found out
we got
that
rid of it.
Tamiami is actually a conjunction of Tampa and Miami. That's how they came up with that stupid word. Tamiami.
Wow. That's
Thank you.
fantastic.
I'll sleep soundly tonight knowing that.
Well, if you take Ambien, you will.
Glad you
Remember-
researched that.
What a dumbass.
All right,
Guilty
there you
as
go.
charged.
Hey kids, did you know Tamiami was Tampa and Miami?
That's right. And then Oscar said 10 out of 10.
It's my
All
experience.
right, what
Do
do
you
we have
remember
there,
you
Rob?
were complaining last week about picking up after the dogs in the bag, and you didn't like the design of the bag, and we started to talk about maybe you needed like a diaper genie for the dogs?
Amen.
Well, listener Mark Wayne Mativier, I believe it is, sent you 2 packs of Zippy Paws pickup bags, pet waste disposal, but they have easy tie handles. So you can actually seal them. This is he sent you over 400 of them, and you know where they came from? They came from Amazon through our portal. So thank you, Mark Wayne
Good man.
Take
Mativier.
'em.
I will
I'll take them.
drop those down to you in the mail this week. And
Thank you very
also,
much.
The
Yes.
letter reads, it's from Mark Morgan.
Oh, it's quite a letter.
And it reads, Mike, the very
I know what
best,
those are.
The very, God, we've seen a lot of these come through the studio.
Amen. I love them. I never get enough of them.
Magnums.
Mark Morgan says, great.
Magnum condoms. You're absolutely right, Oscar.
I was
That's what it
thinking-
is.
I was thinking the ice cream bars.
No, I
the
know.
packaging is similar. Hey, look at the colors.
They're double dipped. Never was familiar with the packaging of those. No need. I bought them once, and the druggist said, "And you'll want these gift wrapped."
Right. The only time Rob ever bought Magnum condoms was when he was doing that live show and did his Howie Mandel impression.
Exactly, and even then, it was a
Right.
stretch. You'll pardon the expression.
And they said, you're supposed to use a surgical glove, Mr. Spiewak, not a condom. Thank
Mark
you.
Morgan writes, Mike, the very best of luck with your move to Florida. That's nice. Hopefully you'll get some use out of my gift. Whenever you make it out to the Sacramento area, you have an open invitation to play at my club. Keep up the funny and keep laughing. All the best. Mark Morgan, a brand new box of Titleist Pro V1s. Always been your brand, always will be. You love the golf
Amen,
ball.
baby. Amen.
Good
Way to go.
man.
Thank you, Mark. I really appreciate that. That's terrific. Well, here we all are. It's been a very, very interesting Thursday. We've had a lot of moving parts, both behind the scenes and on the show today. I want to say to the Facebook people that I communicate with, that's still, even though it's antiquated according to my daughters, that's still my primary mode of social networking. And I really wanted to take the time to tell people. I wanted to wait a while before I did this, but now I'll say it. After all this time down here in South Florida, a tremendous thank you to everybody that's shared the feedback. And I frankly am blown away by how successful this transition has been. I have not missed a beat with you two guys back in the studio. We know it, but the fact that it is transferred over to the listeners and they get it as well, I'm so happy about that. And people have been very, very kind about sharing their really enjoyment of the show now. And a lot of them have been saying the shows have never sounded better, and they love the new shows with me down here in Florida. And I feel the same way. It's a lot of fun.
You do, it was brought up. You look happier. Yeah, I think you are happy down there, and I think that's
just
great.
like I was before the show today.
Well, you know what? You say that, but if that had happened when you were here,
it would have been a big stink.
There would have been blood.
It's different that you're down there and you get to see your son grow up in a sunny climate that's just beautiful. You've got your beautiful wife down there. And I'll put this in perspective for the listener that it's simply not just this area is just a different area, and we're blessed to live here, especially if you're employed in your jobs here.
Right.
But it really is go, 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 go. Like this morning, I went and saw one of our clients and picked up a check, right? And I got to tell you that
that's always a good morning, isn't it, Oscar?
It shouldn't take 2 hours to go the distance that I went.
No.
Yeah,
and
the traffic alone is different. And the funny thing about where I am right now is, we've got the snowbirds and the people that are heading out. Apparently, after May 1, I am told. And you get different theories out of it because people say, well, it's kind of crowded down here during January. And then they say, but, after March they tend to head back, and then it's like, well, after Easter they tend to have. Well, they're still here, and some people have left. What I noticed is there's not our community over here, but there's another community that I drive through, and there's a restaurant we like so bad, and we go down there, and you know what you see on the side of the road? It's all over the place. Car carriers. Big 18-wheelers that actually, what are you playing?
This is Snowbird by Anne Murray.
The Snowbird. To all those Ulsters. All right. See you later. Safe trip, S&D.
She's one of my favorite Canadian female singers.
Right. Be nice not to have to stand in line at the CVS anymore. Bye, everybody.
See you later.
Have a good one. So you see these, and I didn't know what they were at first. And
Try
then
not to break a
somebody every day for the last week, I'd come out of this area and you'd see these giant 18-wheelers, and they're covered. They're covered, and they're people that are loading their fancy little cars in there.
Oh, because they ship them back and forth and they're back to Buffalo, New York, or wherever they come from.
I can't imagine what that's like. Wow.
They're heading out, and they
don't they know Jimmy Cerrito?
He can drive their cars.
Hey!
Yeah, but you don't want to put all the miles on that vehicle.
Jimmy Cerrito's transport service that he has. I will tell you that
transport.
There's a part of me that now that I'm a full-time resident and I'm going to be down here during the summer, that where the normal people are. I'm kidding, of course. I will tell you that I see these people, and there's that little. Oscar always talks about it. My inability to feel joy for others, and I will look at them and I go, "Well, there they go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at their nice, cushy life. God forbid you sling down here driving a 22-foot box truck for 15 hours like I did. No, put your soft little car in your soft little, somebody else will drive it up to your soft little place. Probably another gated community up there, too, that you live in and stuff like that. And I somehow get bitter, and I have no idea why. I should be filled with great joy down here.
Mike, you had the same rant, but on the opposite end of the spectrum, where you would say that those same words to people that when you would come down here, you would say that people that live down here were of that ilk.
Yeah.
Yes,
this
is true.
Must be nice to live in Fort Myers. You don't have to work in the real world. I can't believe you're here. Well, I can't. You don't have to. You made so much money. You don't even have to do anything now. God bless
see you later. I'm just down here I'm here for a week and a half.
Yeah.
A-holes, take care, you bastards. I'll see you when I come back for my 3 days next year, you pricks.
So
now
what
I live
happened
down
is
here
this.
full-time.
What has happened is, due to a turn of events and the magic of technology and literally hundreds of hours of hard work on Oscar's behalf.
Thank you.
You have moved to paradise, and now you're mad at the other people that are there. This is like Adam turning to Eve and saying, "You are such a bitch."
I'll tell you what the difference is.
People probably have this, the sound. The audio files that are out there probably have another rant that is similar.
Yes.
It's almost like if you put them side by side, they would go, but it's just in the opposite direction.
Oh, no, I know what the last rant was. Yeah. The people that moved into condos in Manassas.
Oh, yeah.
The town is too crowded. I live here. I live here. This is my town.
Well, I try to keep it in check, and I am softening my position on the elderly. The only thing that I've noticed that I'm wary.
What time are you eating?
Grocery store parking lot yesterday. I'm doing this for. Isn't that good, Pony, that we got that up and running? Because I will show you. This was the guy. I come to a crosswalk, and it's a marked crosswalk where you're going from the parking lot of the grocery store into the grocery store itself. And this SUV / minivan / whatever it was is stopped, and there's no gesture from the people behind the wheel. Now, you know the protocol.
Sure.
This isn't a Florida thing. This is wherever you go.
International.
And the protocol is you sit in the car and you wave the person across.
Yes.
That's what you do. And if you don't do it, you keep going and the person waits. That's the protocol. Well, this car stops, and not suddenly, but it just comes to a stop, and then we have pardon the French, Oscar, the Mexican standoff.
Of course.
How dare you?
Where I am looking at these people, and there is no gesture from the woman. There is a very, almost, I don't want to say bemused, because it wasn't. I think it was an annoyed look on her face.
Oh, dear.
And then in the passenger side, I finally get the hubby, who appeared to be, somewhere between the age of 80 and toe tag, and and he looked at me, and this is what I got. I was like,
oh. Oh, he gave
He
you.
goes, can you see that on the camera?
He was dismissive.
Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah,
we saw it.
just go.
Just go.
For
Just
God's
go.
sake.
Just get
Go
across
already.
the way.
Go already.
Now, that was the only negative
did
I
you give
had.
him the bird like you usually
no.
do?
No, that happened later on. That happened to
And you
that
know what,
happened
Mike?
to a young couple.
With old people, I think the bird is not as effective as this.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
you
it's
need
like,
to do the thing.
yeah, there you
grab
go,
your
yeah.
elbow
Just
and
a
pull your
fist.
fist up. Yeah.
Fist up.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
the
that,
fist up.
want to see the trucker's tan from yesterday? Oh, it doesn't. It
Oh, my
You're
God.
putting it
Sorry.
nicely.
You're going to throw off the white balance on your camera.
Thank you so much. But when we come back, that was the only negative. Then there was a brief altercation. That was the only negative with old people. There was one on the motorcycle with a young lady that cut me off, and her boyfriend flipped me out the window. For those of you that said I moved to paradise, you're absolutely right. I couldn't be effing happier. We'll take a break and come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Even though you want me to.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment of our program is brought to you by our Amazon page. You just saw it. I was talking about poopy doggy bags and how difficult they were to handle. And listener Mark, I believe it was.
Mark Wayne Mativier.
Mark Mativier went and got a wonderful set of these things on Amazon. Rob's showing them to you right now, and you can get anything. Amazon for me now is automatic. It is an absolute go-to. Does not matter how big ticket the item is or how small the item is. I do it on Amazon, and if you want a number one way to support this show, it's go to the Mike O'Mara Show page and click our Amazon link. That's it. When you do that, we get a little credit every time you buy something on Amazon, and it is the number one financial engine that drives this show. We cannot be happier. I usually ask this question every month or so, but
Yes.
Oscar, how are our listeners doing on Amazon?
We're doing great. We actually had a pre-show meeting. Clearly, we don't want to bother you with these stats, but we're doing well. We're up.
Up is
and
good.
the usual and the way the pre-show meeting goes, I said, well, how are those numbers? And Oscar says, Mike, I would urge you to go to that website that I set up for you, and then I do. This is the drill. This is how it works. And then, well, go to Amazon anyway. This is another thing. Oscar says, go to that website that I set up for you. Take a look. You see all the numbers right there. I told you that. That's what you should do every time. So I do that. I go to the website, and then it's like, here's your login and your password, and of course I have neither.
Yes.
As usual. I don't know
and
where I
by
put
that
it.
time, you've lost
I
interest.
know I wrote it down the last time. I know I put it
solid
somewhere.
times I've given it to you. 4.
I know.
No
I
less than
understand.
4. God
I
bless
know.
you.
By that time, you've lost interest and also forgotten why you were going there.
I know. I just, so many passwords, so little time.
As long as you keep doing Frank Underwood, I'm A-okay.
Thank you very much. I do have my strong suits. All right. Back to the show. Whoa.
Yes, you do.
So I'm going to only touch on this briefly, and then I'm going to get right to the DMV. My day yesterday was filled with a great deal of joy because I was down here blissfully riding my motorcycle in the 80-degree weather. It was really
sounds beautiful.
And that was after I successfully registered the hog, registered the motorcycle.
Are you talking in
sunny,
code?
No, I'm not. No. Hey, I registered the hog.
Yeah, boy.
In sunny Florida, I registered the motorcycle yesterday.
Is it a state that requires a helmet?
You've touched on something that's a little controversial. No, there is not a helmet law in the state of Florida.
And I know you're probably working to change that.
Yes, because I feel very strongly about that, and of course I think everybody, if you're on those
Ride
two wheels,
safe.
you should always ride safe and
Yes.
wear a helmet.
Right.
Oh, you didn't.
Stop
Look at
it.
you. Look
Stop
at you.
it. Yes, I
The
did. No, I
guilt
didn't.
is
Yes, I
all
did. No, I
over.
did.
It's written all over your face.
Mrs. O'Mara and I, it's a sore subject. It's a very sore subject.
Why would you do that? You're a father, for God's
Okay,
sake.
why don't you just, Scab
I'm
Picker,
disgusted.
Scab Picker, I've had about enough of you today. I have had about
Well,
enough
I'm
of
just
you
saying,
today.
what about us?
I understand.
I mean, Rob
okay.
and I work well together, but we still got a couple years that we got to get to know each other before we can do something.
Yeah, I mean, we've
I
done
know.
the show together.
I
but
would say 5 more, maybe 10 if we're lucky.
What we really don't need is, hi, Oscar.
Really lucky.
Yeah.
What we really don't need is, hi, Oscar. Hi, Rob.
Yeah.
That's right. All right.
Hey, do your gingerbread voice again. Yeah. Because that's what people want. Not at all. You need to wear a helmet, sir.
Yes, you've suddenly become very important, Mike.
Oscar, fear not. One of those pilots is going to be accepted. One of those pilots is going to be taken. I think it's going to happen. The fact is, I don't want to get into this because I know that I'm just going to get flooded with negative stuff, and you're right. I should, and I'm working on it.
So you took a small cruise without a helmet. That's what happened.
Short one.
Short one,
one.
yeah.
I try to be as safe as possible. I don't go any distance.
But do
I
you
certainly
leave
don't
the
go out.
neighborhood?
I don't go out on the major highways without my helmet.
Now, do you wear your helmet in the car?
What?
Do you wear your helmet when you're driving your car?
No, I wear it when I'm watching the Red Sox Yankees.
How
that's
did
what I
you
do.
find out? That's the big question.
Well, I told her. She asked me, "So you're gonna wear a helmet?" And she sees me leave the house. And can we get off the helmet thing for just a second?
You brought
here?
it up.
I know. I'm sorry. I went to DMV to register the motorcycle.
Yes.
Right.
And then Rob immediately, they have a helmet lot down there.
I
'cause
was
he
just
knew.
curious.
He knew,
I
just
knew
like
not.
you know.
I don't
That's
know.
what you guys
No,
do.
I actually was shocked.
I was also
I-
flabbergasted.
Is Carla okay?
Oh, God.
She must be upset at you.
Yeah.
You're really killing
I
me
understand,
right
Carla,
now.
if you're
You're
listening
really
right
killing
now.
me.
So what was it like at the DMV? Was it like going to it in Virginia?
Here's what's cool. In Virginia,
Seamless transition.
I love it when I play the camera down here. I have to. I've got you guys. In Virginia, all of the DMVs are kind of. It just seemed to me where we lived, weren't they always new? They'd always just been built.
Yes.
You know, they always were super ultra modern. The
And as a
one
matter of
down
fact,
here,
the one in Leesburg had a recent rebuild because someone taking their driver's test about 2 years ago drove into the DMV and they had to re-brick one wall.
Yeah.
So
There
it was
you go.
always
I like
shiny
that.
and new. Yeah.
I like that. The one down here is not new, not even close to new. As a matter of fact, the one down here, not in a building specifically for the Department of Motor Vehicles.
Where was it?
It was in a building that looked like it perhaps had another function at one time.
Was it an old
And
Pizza Hut?
It was no. It was it's a big room. You go into a big room and you walk in, and it really, the best way to describe it, it looks cobbled together. And for example, the people that service you, they are not on the other side of a wall. What they are on the other side of, Rob, is a bunch of wooden office desks that have been shoved together in a straight line.
So what it resembles,
I kid you not.
what it resembles is a 1930s newspaper movie.
Yeah, only they're right next to each other.
Wow.
So there's one after the other, after the other, after the other. Now, they have the technology where they said, now serving A142. A142.
I hate
They have
that.
that.
Modern.
But you see the cable going up the wall to a television, and they obviously wired it after the fact, and there's barely enough room at the front of this building for people to even sit. There's a row of probably 7 chairs
Okay.
that go right
that
up to
is
the front
tight.
wall, and it's super tight, and it's so casual. It's so like low key. I mean, there's no security in it. Yeah, there was a security. There's a Lee County Sheriff guy
Okay.
that's got those lovely little green uniforms they
Oh,
wear
yeah.
that they are
Did you
so
buddy up to
handsome
him?
in. No,
I know
he
how you
wasn't
like
there
law
yesterday.
enforcement.
Hey,
he was
squirrel.
there 2 days
Yeah.
ago.
He's like, what are you driving? What are you packing?
It's just so different. It's so different.
How
and
was
you
the wait?
see-
How was the wait?
The wait was about average, probably
Okay.
about a half an hour, probably about 20 minutes to a half an hour.
I have a theory
which
about
is normal.
the public address system where they assign you a letter and a number. I think letters indicate the kind of transaction you're doing
Ooh.
because
Yes.
sometimes you'll go through like 6 A's in a row, and if you're holding a B or a C, you say,
The A is for express.
and they say, yeah, and it's like, well, what about me? I'm here. I'm
No.
here. And I think it's the longer transactions get different letters.
No, that
Yes,
makes
they do.
complete
And
sense.
the A is the express lane. In fact, they were because the A numbers were getting A.
Hey!
They were being called one right after the other. But what struck me was just it's like it is down here. It is a different rhythm. It's not. It just was not. It didn't have the formality of other DMVs that I've
Yeah,
had. An
just like
experience
their
with.
helmet laws. It's all casual.
It is.
Thanks for going back to that.
Actually, I was making a list
truly-
while you were telling us how great the DMV was. When you do your taxes, you probably have, say, you have 2 dependents, right? But in reality, you have 11 dependents. Let me make this very clear to you, Mr. O'Mara.
Okay.
You've got little Mike.
Yeah,
You've got Carla, your lovely wife. You got Rob with 2 B's. His wife, Carrie.
Yes.
Julia. Robert III. Pony. Myself. Shannon. And then Jimmy Cerrito. Those are the people that are counting on that helmet.
Got to add 2 more.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, Catherine and Elizabeth.
Catherine and Elizabeth.
Oh, yeah. I apologize.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so just think about
that's-
that next time you walk out the door.
I don't want to change the subject away from the helmet law, but since
That
he-
actually crushes me with responsibility right now when I think about that.
Please.
since he brought her up, can I say congratulations to Julia? She did something I've never done.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a big announcement. I know the answer to this, and I will let Rob make the announcement. This is very, very exciting. Lay it on us, Rob.
Julia has been on the honor roll since she started middle school, but the quarter that she was so embroiled in that play, hours and hours at school doing Grease, she still got a 4.0 last quarter. Straight A's.
Straight A's.
I could not have been any prouder of her.
That's huge.
It is
Let me
so
ask
cool.
you this.
Yeah.
This is going to be your first child that goes on to college.
Well, we think so, yeah.
And I think that you hope so.
Yeah, I mean, she might want to look into a trade school.
As somebody who has just recently, experienced this with my daughter, I know the ins and outs of this. With that kind of GPA comes a much wider array of choices for somebody. If she maintains this, explain to me, Rob, the whole thing about the 4.2s and the 4.3s, which you hear now when you're talking about the.
If you take an advanced placement class, an AP class, at least the way it worked when I was in school, and they were just starting then, you get technically a 0.5 added to your GPA. So if you pull a B plus in, say, AP history, that registers as a 3.5, but they figure it as a 4.0 because you get the 0.5 bonus because it's an AP class,
a harder class
with extra work, and it's a harder class. So if you get an A in an AP class, it registers as a 4.5. And so
now I get it. Now
that's how
I get
it works. That's at least
so
that's how
why
it works then.
you hear these kids now where at many places, I use the Yales, the Harvards, the Georgetowns, the Duke, places like this. Nova,
BCU, all of the great schools.
4.0s aren't cutting it anymore.
No, 4.0 is very good, but you would be
It's
shocked.
very good, but the 4.0s are being, the kids that take the AP course, I finally got the answer.
Yeah.
You had the answer. That's the standards are so the competition is so keen right now.
It's scary.
But are you, I know that you and Carrie have probably already talked about it.
Sure.
When she gets to be that college age, are you guys going to kind of skew towards a Virginia school, which would be easier on the pocketbook, or are you going to,
It really depends on how the people patronize the Amazon page, I think. I would love to get there are many. We are actually quite blessed. There are many, many great schools in Virginia. VCU, not one of them.
You can actually buy into schools now, I think, if you for tuition. Isn't that a new program, or was that around when you guys
can
had
start
kids?
paying in?
Been around forever.
Well,
my buddy Randall took care of both of his kids' education long ago. I mean, he started doing it when they were infants, and I put aside some money for Michael William already, and that's the way to go. And by the time they get to be college age,
we have an account as well for that.
Oh,
but
awesome!
We want to see what she, where she wants to go and what she wants to do. Really, although she does well in almost all of her subjects at school, what really interests her is something creative, whether it's art or video production or something like that. And if she continues that through high school, we're going to have to find a school that caters
Full
to
sale.
that. Yeah. So we'll have to see.
Are you going to try to move her off that? Let's be honest, okay?
Yeah,
my
man.
kids are the same way. My daughter, very into theater.
To be fair to what we've done with our lives, right? Let's be honest. This is not the easiest road to hoe.
No, I would never let her do this.
Well, again, it's in the entertainment field. The entertainment world in general is a tough world to break
and
through.
Is it road to hoe? I say road to hoe.
It should be row to hoe.
Like the row of
beets or cabbages.
Beets.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it
Why
matter
do we
right
both
now?
use beets? I don't understand.
Beets.
My point is this. You can't tell your kids what to study.
No,
really,
yeah,
But you can do what my parents did to me. They said, no, we won't pay for this, but you can do that on your own time as electives. And I hated them for doing that to me, but now all I can do is thank them for that.
My father did something similar. When he dropped me off for college, he said, I really want you to do what you want to do. I want you to chase your dreams. And you have 8 semesters in which to do that, because in June of 1993, all money stops. So good luck. You have, and I became the rarest of all things, the 8th semester VCU graduate. No one gets out of there in 4 years, but I knew that my money was going to stop. And I had to do it. And so that was sort of not quite the tough love
and
you
incidentally,
got.
folks, his dry sense of humor, he is joking. There are plenty of people that use the 4 years and do graduate, but we were making the VCU American University 7 to 8 year plan.
That took
joke.
me 5.
Mike, there's not a lot of them. What a lot of them do is they take jobs in the Richmond greater area, perhaps in the bartending or service industries, and then the schoolwork becomes priority B.
Because you become a astronaut.
Yeah, you do. But that's what he did. And he said, do what you want to do, make a career, we support you, but you got 4 years in which to get this degree. You got to do it.
I remember telling my father and my mother, I said, I really love radio is really something I really love. And my dad said, Oscar, what are you going to do with that? They don't pay in that field. And I said, well, what do you want me to do? He goes, well, what do you like? That's actually a career. I said, well, I like business and marketing. He goes, we pay for that. You do radio on your own time. And I said, all right.
So that's what he did.
Yeah.
And you know what? We've benefited from this.
Is your degree in business and marketing?
It's integrated marketing campaigns. That's what it is.
I had no
business.
idea.
Yeah.
So that's where you get all your little.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, when he's doing those kind of discussions, and you and I are looking at him like Scooby Doo, going,
like I can't even follow what he's saying.
But I was resentful for a good 2 years because of that. But I can't thank him enough for giving me the opportunity to do both in the long run, because the summers I didn't take marketing internships. I took radio internships.
Right.
And I finagled my way into promotions or whatever else I could. So you can do both if you're just creative with your time.
Yeah, it's true. I resist the urge sometimes, though, when my daughters are talking about what they want to pursue, because I think in our society, I think kids, by and large, really like to say, I want to do theater, I want to do music, I want to do stuff like that. And there's value to that, the arts and all that, or history or things like that.
Absolutely.
But really, don't you I sometimes want to scream and say, the people I've been writing checks to for my entire life, get the law degree.
Yeah.
Get the goddamn law degree, for God's sakes. Get it right now. But
call yourself an accountant, account for yourself.
You can sell it like this. And my brother and my sister had to sell me because there was a big to-do about not being able to study what I wanted to study. My brother said to me, he said, look, one, you're blessed that dads and mom are going to pay for college. That's huge, right? Two, you can find something you are generally interested in, and this could be plan B if radio doesn't work out. And you could use these tools for your career and every facet of life as you grow.
It's really similar in a way to football. If you've got a football or a baseball player where, hey, you're working hard, pay attention to that, but get the educational background to do the real stuff.
Go back to when you were like 20 or 21, Mike, and you have to take your core classes, and you are a broadcast journalism major, right?
That's my degree.
My track is also broadcasting, but I think if we hadn't chased radio right away, we had a broad enough background in that liberal arts degree, we probably could have chased something else.
Yeah, and
it's not so focused.
And
communications is a great background to have.
It's huge. I know some guys that they had a major that had nothing to do with the business world, and they're killing it in business simply because they learned how to communicate well.
Yeah, it's very big.
Mm-hmm.
Very
so
big.
it's your opportunities that come,
The education aspect of making points on the air and having discussions on the air and expressing yourself on the air, that comes from a bit of an educational background. If you don't have that, you can tell. I think the guys that try to do that, and you hear them, you don't necessarily hear them in talk radio, but you do occasionally hear them as traditional disc jockeys.
Yep.
And I can hear a guy and you'll go, the guy that, that got the background, and the guy that maybe is just kind of doing it with mirrors, talking about going to the library.
Yeah.
You can hear that stuff.
Of course. I think that if Julia said she wanted to start with a track that was a communications track,
yes,
I would say go ahead and don't look back.
And she could do that. And even if she, for example, if she didn't want to go to a four-year university, she really wanted to dive into her career, at least put a timeline on there and say, look, these first 2 years, this is what you have to accomplish.
Yeah, get it done.
And do as much as you can possible. If not, then let's get some sort of foundation to it. And it's harder to say when you're not a parent, but I remember what it felt like to be on the other end of that conversation where I knew what I want. I loved radio. I loved television. I was enamored by it.
Mm-hmm.
But
with it,
simply, I should have taken more English classes.
That's right.
But I remember sitting there, and when the gavel hit, finally went down. It was like, look, if you're not paying for it, you have to play by the rules.
Yeah. I think that's a good way to look at it, and it's why I've told both my daughters molecular biology or don't come back for Thanksgiving. Hey, real quick, as we go to break here, I wanted to just get your impressions of the new intern, Mayor Robert Ford, Rob Ford, who was here. Rob Ford was here yesterday. I wasn't in the studio with him, behind the scenes, boys. Did he pass all the musters?
The first impression I had is a rather damp handshake, but I think he was also a little
nervous
worked up, yeah,
and warm.
Yeah, it's not a cool studio, and he was in a coat and tie. He didn't sweat through the jacket.
Oh, and by the way, the coat and tie, I've got to give credit where credit is. Oscar, of course, commanded Pony to pass that along to him. Make sure he dresses up. When I finally read the thread, I wanted to make sure that he didn't just show up on his own with that, which kind of makes me happy.
Before I throw it to Oscar, my initial thought is thumbs up. He had enthusiasm. He has a good background, and the best thing, and you brought it up yesterday, he knows the show, and you can't teach that.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked him. I liked him, and I liked the fact that he wanted to learn. After the show, we had a post-show meeting with him briefly, and asked him what type of skill sets he had. And the skill sets he didn't have, he was eager to learn, which is great.
Okay, very good.
And the stuff he knows is applicable to what we do.
And did you pass along that I also liked him as the sheriff in True Blood? He was fantastic. Did a really good job. That's Rob Ford, our brand new intern. We'll take a break, come back with news you may not need on the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody.
Especially the big girls need love too, no discrimination in squirrel. So keep your hands off my cheeks, let me study how you ride the beat.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. We're here to tell you that this segment is brought to you by Hulu Plus. You probably tried Hulu on your computer. Hulu Plus is so much more. With Hulu Plus, you can watch current season episodes of your favorite shows, like The Tonight Show, the new one with Jimmy Fallon, Parks and Recreation, Family Guy, and Bones. That's Rob's favorite.
Love Bones.
Watch every episode of shows like Doctor Who, Community, and Hell's Kitchen. Now more than ever, there is so much to watch. Take total control with Hulu Plus to stream these shows and thousands more, as much as you want, whenever you want. Hulu Plus works on your computer, smart TV, Roku, Apple TV, Xbox, PlayStation, pretty much any streaming device you already own. You can even watch your phone on your phone or iPad while on the train, at work, anywhere you want to watch. Hulu Plus has amazing access to ad-free kids shows as well. I'm right around the corner from doing that myself with my son.
Yeah, you better start paying attention, Mike. This is going to be a good babysitter for you.
Well, I know SpongeBob. I do not know Fairly Odd Parents. Excuse
Funny
me.
show. Fairly Odd Parents is a good show.
And I know Sesame Street. They've got all that. If you have preschoolers, Hulu Plus has the new show from Jim Henson. It's called Doozers.
Yeah.
I haven't had the pleasure, but
good stuff.
That starts April 25th. Then put the kids down for a nap, and it's back to Mommy and Daddy shows for only $7.99 a month. Get your entertainment anytime, anywhere. That's like $0.25 a day. Right now, sign up at huluplus.com/TMOS or click on the banner on our website and get 2 weeks full access completely free. That's a whole extra week more with this special offer when you sign up at huluplus.com/TMOS. So get with it. Start streaming TV right now and do it, ladies and gentlemen, with Hulu Plus.
From around the globe, across the nation, looking through your neighbor's window, the Mike O'Mara Show now presents news you may not need. A comprehensive look at the stories you may or may not be talking about during your daily activity. And now, news you may not need.
Congratulations are going out to Jodie Foster and her new wife, Alexandra Hedison.
Oh, congratulations.
You heard about this?
No,
yes.
That's awesome. I love Jodie Foster.
Yes, she's wonderful. And the Oscar winner, Dr. Lecter. Hello, Dr. Lecter. Dr. Lecter. The Oscar winner and her photographer girlfriend of almost a year got married this past weekend. We say congratulations to them. A representative for Ms. Foster confirms the happy news. As E! News first reported, the two started dating sometime last summer, and someone told E! that it's pretty serious. They're totally in love. So I think Jodie Foster merits the lead story here because she's a big star.
I've been a fan of hers ever since she made Candle Shoe, and she issued a statement that said, "We're registered at Bed Bath & Beyond."
We're registered, Dr. Lecter. Dr. Lecter. Dr. Lecter. Sorry. Coldplay. I've never polled you guys on how you feel. Coldplay fans or not Coldplay fans?
They are exactly average, I think.
Oh, I love them.
You do, Oscar. I'm surprised at that. You like Coldplay.
I still love one of the first hits. The title was Yellow. What a great song.
It's about urine, wasn't it?
Would you like to hear my Coldplay impression?
Yeah.
Please. Oh, nice.
They're getting their own NBC special. Fresh off Chris Martin's well-received 3-episode stint on The Voice, the British foursome will tout their 6th studio album, Ghost Stories, in a 1-hour broadcast slated to air Sunday, May 18th at 7 p.m., one day before the official album drop. So, congratulations.
Mike, I will TiVo that and then delete it.
You might want to look at their back catalog. Really some great songs.
I like Coldplay. I'm a fan. I enjoy Coldplay, and I know that there was a period of time about 10 years ago where it was not cool to like Coldplay.
No,
where they got a lot
joke.
of crap, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't warranted. Now, and he's coming off the divorce, the separation from Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, that's right, ladies. He's available.
Oh, and may I say on that note, good for him. Anyway, now something that Rob will like, the classic Peeps marshmallow candies. Rob, I know you're a fan.
Oh, yes. They're made by the Just Born Company of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
God almighty, how do you know that?
Because I hosted Suck This.
Jesus. Peeps could be making the leap from Easter baskets to the big screen.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh, yeah, I said
You
that
could eat
too.
Peeps while you watch Peeps.
That's right. Shout
film-
out to all my peeps.
Filmmaker Adam Rifkin, who he made Underdog. That's his claim to fame.
Wow.
He's optioned TV and film rights to the sugary treats, along with his producing partners. The candy company, there it is. Rob was right. Just Born. That's the name of the candy. Does that mean because the Peeps are little baby chicks?
I think it was because they made the company like 1,000 years ago and they didn't know any better. I don't know if there's any deep meaning to
Yeah,
it.
you think it would be Peeps LLC.
That's right.
The company is called Just Born. They move, are you ready for this? $2 billion with a B.
Oh, man.
Worth of the baby chicks and bunny-shaped treats a year. $2 billion.
We got to come
worth.
up with a candy.
You know,
and then a factory.
last
and then
Christmas-
a distribution.
Harry got me gingerbread man peeps and also turkey peeps. They didn't
Turkey
taste,
peeps?
They didn't taste like turkey, but they were shaped like, and they were brown.
Ew. So they kind of look the same way going in and out.
Yeah, that's right. Look like I said, did Linus make these?
Well, the $2 billion is what they sell in the products, but they've started to branch out into Peeps-themed merchandising in recent years, and this is kind of a follow-up to that. So
Something like marshmallows?
I think good luck to them. Oh, you love this lady. Alicia Silverstone. Being a new parent, I have to share this with you. She has a new parenting book, Be Your Own Judge, when you hear the title. Are you ready for
Yes.
this? She's definitely very Hollywood.
Of course.
Like, very out there. Here's the title of the book. The Kind Mama. A simple guide to supercharged fertility, a radiant pregnancy, a sweeter birth, and a healthier, more beautiful beginning.
She stole your idea, Mike.
Jeez.
Sounds kind of innocent, but maybe a little out there.
How do you even ask for that?
Here are
Hey,
some of her
do you
tips.
have this book?
Yeah. Search under Clueless.
I have gone through this, and I'm going to give you just a few of the excerpts from this book. I haven't read the book. I just read the excerpts from the news story. These are some of her tips. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Meat, dairy, and processed foods will fill your uterus with, quote, toxic sludge. This is her writing this. She says, you wouldn't want to bring your baby into a junk-filled house with a leaky roof and backed-up plumbing, right? Her solution? Eat plants.
Plants?
There we go.
Vegetarian.
Yes, she's a vegetarian, or in this case, a vegetarian. Here we go. Number 3 on this list. I picked a few of them out. Stop using tampons.
Well,
Alicia
that's messy.
says.
Well, I know
she
that
says,
I know that when Carrie was pregnant with Robert, I stopped using tampons.
Thank you. She says, quote, your chi-chi is the most absorbent part of your body. Unfortunately, feminine care manufacturers aren't required to tell you what's in their products. And she goes on to talk about pesticides and the cotton that's used in the cotton ball. That's
Did she
inside
explain
the thing.
why she named her vagina after a golfer?
Gigi Rodriguez.
Carrie calls hers Trevino. I don't know what that
She
is.
also says you need to stop using diapers. Now, this is where I say step off.
What?
Apparently, the multi-million-dollar diaper industry is, quote, fueled by corporate-backed pseudoscience. And she says also, why let babies sit in their own waste? Well, maybe because babies poop all the time and you never know when it's going to happen, Alicia. Thank you.
Do you mean they should go around just commando?
Apparently you have to read the signs of your child, learn the cues, as she says, that your child needs to go, like facial expressions, and get them to the toilet or outside. Now, I will tell you.
Outside.
Yes, get them outside or to a toilet. I know the cues from my son, Michael William, because I know he's doing it when he's making exorcist sounds.
Oh,
yeah.
Has that begun?
Like he will look at me and usually like right after he has his pears and strawberry mash that I got him from Gerber, and he'll look at me and he'll go, "Oh,
Yeah.
oh." That's what he's doing.
There's no
I know that's
shame in his
happening.
game.
We had a kid in our family, name withheld, that when he would go big potty, he would go stand in the corner and we'd say, "How you doing?" "Nothing." Nothing.
See, that's the way I know. I'd have never kids that take pride in it, because there are some kids that take pride in it.
Yeah.
I actually think that's almost more natural than going and hiding.
Yeah.
Well, Alicia, who apparently knows baby, says they're much more content leaving their business in the grass than having to sleep and eat accompanied by their own pee and poo.
She is, you know what? Truly spoken by someone who has all the time in the world.
Yeah,
must be nice.
I will tell her this though: if if you're going to go along with this with Alicia, I would tell her, please go in the neighbor's yard. Thank you.
I'll send her some of these bags if you want.
Right. Everyone knows after you get married, the honeymoon eventually wears off, and now we know exactly when. A study out of New York University just found the average moment when the honeymoon period ends is...
What?
Are you ready for this? 30 months in.
Ooh.
That's 2.5 years after you get married. Now when the honeymoon period ends, that can mean different things for different people. For most couples, it means maybe passion cools down, but you're both still happy as you settle into the rest of your lives. But for 14% of men and 10% of women, they say it's when they get extremely unhappy and the marriage starts falling apart.
Wow.
I have survived that due to my... we're coming up... We'll be 5 years. 5 years, Mrs.
Well, you've
O'Meara
sort
and I.
of built up an immunity, haven't you?
Thank you, Rob.
A tolerance.
Appreciate that. And now a little something. 25-year-old Zachary Logsdon of Knox County, Tennessee, needed money this week, and he was relying on his mother's love to get it. But he shouldn't have bet on something else. Zachary decided the best way to get money out of his mom would be a fake kidnapping.
Oh,
so
no.
He started sending her texts claiming he was a drug dealer who kidnapped Zachary and would kill him unless he got ransom money.
This is
and
smart boy. Smart
yes,
boy.
Yes, he is. Zachary's self-worth is clearly pretty low. He only wanted, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
$200. His mom suspected it was fake, mainly because Zachary had tried the same stunt in the past. He'd done it before.
No.
Moron.
Too good. She called 911. The police set up a drop-off for the money, and when Zachary showed up, he was arrested.
What
there you
a
go.
jerk.
Dummy.
Zachary was booked under the Tennessee LWSL-WHM law.
And what law is that?
Loser who still lives with his mother. Thank you very much. We will take a break, come back with Rob and the Magic Audio Vault right here on the Mike O'Meara Show. You know, Sleep Number has been a client of the Mike O'Meara Show for quite some time, and I love talking about them, but I will tell you this. I still get into that bed, my Sleep Number bed at night, and I think about just how phenomenal it is. It really, really is. The fact that they use air, and I want to talk about this for a second.
Okay.
It's dual air technology, and the dual air technology allows me to adjust my Sleep Number to my perfect firmness and Carla to do the same thing on her side. But I will tell you, with the bed that I have right now, it is so above average. I love it, and Carla loves it, and I really do think about that almost every night. I'm like, man, this, it's like Damone in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, where I kind of look at my wife like, isn't this great? I truly have never slept better thanks to my Sleep Number. Do you have yours yet? No? Huh? Well, what's stopping you? Maybe you think you can't afford it, huh? But I'll tell you what, you really can't afford. It's another restless night's sleep. Introducing the all-new Sleep Number Classic Series, featuring their latest innovations, comfortably priced. You see, the Sleep Number bed uses air support to cushion your entire body, and it helps your back pain at the same time. Hurry right now into a Sleep Number store where queen mattresses start at just $699. You can save $300 on the all-new C4 Queen mattress set. No better sleep. Find your Sleep Number setting today at any of the 425 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Find one near you by calling 800-511-0061. That number again is 800-511-0061. And please, 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 when you buy your Sleep Number bed, tell them that Mike O'Meara sent you. Thank you. Let's open up the audio vault for Thursday, April 24, 2014.
Are you still a 65 as your sleep number? What are your sleep numbers currently?
I am a 65, and Carla is a 70. And
Nice.
Did you mention that? Do I get in trouble if I don't mention that during every commercial?
It's for me, Mike.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good.
We actually
Thank
have
you.
a chart here as you've been flowing up and down.
Like the bottom corner of USA Today, we like to keep track of where you're at.
It kind of matches my mood.
Now, what about Michael, is it Pineda? The pitcher for the
Pineda,
Yankees?
the pitcher last night,
Oh,
watching
this
the
was
game.
Great.
This dummy.
You know what kills me?
What?
I come in after the second inning. I come in right after it had happened.
What were you doing?
And I'm just doing some stuff
Red
around the
Sox
house.
Are on.
Yeah, I know, and they were playing the Yankees.
Yeah.
And I came in I came into the game at the moment where they were getting the replacement pitcher for this idiot who had been thrown out for the pine tar on his neck.
And he was it 2 weeks ago, last week, that he had been caught, and they said that they were not able to determine that it was pine tar, but
it
he
wasn't
was
conclusive.
But he was warned. And
Rob, hold on. Let me give you the way this went down.
Okay, cool.
In the previous game, because it's Red Sox Yankees, and in the case of last night's game, not only was I watching it on NESN, the New England Sports Network, it's also on ESPN.
Right.
And it's usually nationally televised because it's Red Sox Yankees. And they get a close-up of this guy, and he's got this pine tar that's just this goo, and you can see it clearly on his hand. And pine tar has a very distinct look to it in a baseball game. You can see this. Last night, and so he got away with it, and they lied about it because that's what they do in baseball. They don't cop to it. They don't talk about it. So he got away with it completely. That's the only reason that they made a big deal about it last night, because he did it again. Yes, Oscar.
Also, for the layman out there, what does pine tar do to the game or the way that
pine
he plays?
tar is usually put on a bat, and you get it. It's sticky. It's stickum to put on your bat to get a better grip on your bat. It's known for years that pitchers use it sometimes underneath the brim of their cap, just a little bit of it, to get a better grip on the baseball, so you can snap off a breaking ball or just get a better grip on your fastball, that type of thing.
But it is totally against the rules, and the fact that it was on his neck, and he's on 2 national sports outlets with high-definition programming, you can see it a mile away.
It was so significant from the last time that when they went out in the first inning, the television coverage had gone to a close-up of his hand. They were already talking about the previous incident.
Theorizing that he was going to do it again?
He goes out in the first inning, and the Red Sox light him up, and they're getting lots of hits on the guy. Comes back in the second inning, and he's put the stuff on his neck. And he starts getting guys out. It was hysterical.
And it was so strange because we've all been in situations where you're trying to get away with something, right?
Try to get the edge.
Yeah,
Trying to get an edge.
Not on that level, clearly, but for a guy to walk out and to be frank, to be this dumb.
He's so
because
stupid.
he thinks that the pine tar is the same shade as his skin. No one's going to notice what looks to be a grease stain on his
so
neck.
noticeable.
The amazing thing is no one told him there were cameras there.
Yeah, and he gets 8 games. Have they announced yet how many games he has in suspension?
I haven't seen it yet, but he did put his manager in a very difficult position as well, and he puts the whole organization in a difficult position.
Here's the ejection. It is quite brief and quite entertaining, I think.
Farrell's coming out to talk with the home plate umpire, Jerry Davis. I think they're going to check Pineda. Remember, against the Red Sox, he had what looked like pine tar in his hand. Later said it was dirt. But Farrell is going out to check Pineda. And they're throwing him out of the game. He went to his neck, and he said there's something on his neck, so Pineda is being tossed.
Rob, is that the Yankee telecast, or is that because it probably last night? Sometimes it's on both NESN and ESPN.
I
because
believe
that's how much coverage.
I believe that was the Yankee telecast, but I can't be sure
because it's because you can tell by their tone, right? Because they're trying to do the same Homer thing.
Cheat.
They don't cheat. I don't understand. I guess he's got something on his neck. Meanwhile, meanwhile on NESN, they've got like the ultra high def zoom in where they go, there's the pine tar right there where the idiot put it on his neck.
Sending in CSI. They have just remastered all of the Led Zeppelin albums. So because of this, Jimmy Page and Robert Plant are doing interviews, though not together. They don't have the best relationship right now. They asked Jimmy Page if he thought Led Zeppelin would ever get back together.
This is going to raise hopes among your fans that you may tour again.
Oh, I know, it's a wish phantasma.
Not true, no hope?
It's unlikely. I certainly don't want to be exhumed to do it.
One question, though. I know Emily Evis has said that you're top of her wish list for Glastonbury. Would you ever consider just one big gig like that?
I'm not the one to be asking.
Of course you are. You can help make it happen.
I don't sing. I'm a guitarist. Do you want me to, go and do
You'd
an
be up for it,
instrumental
then. You'd be up for it.
I'm sure people would love to hear it.
So, reading between the lines, Jimmy Page is saying that it's really Robert Plant's call. So let's
Robert
see
Plant doesn't feel the same way.
Let's see what Robert Plant says the chances of a reunion are.
This is going to raise hopes among your fans that you will perform live again. What are the chances? You've rolled your eyes.
0.
Zero. And buy your tickets now. Mike, that's your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Thursday, everybody.
And happy birthday, Kathy Pfeiffer. We appreciate all your support for the Mike O'Mara Show, and have a wonderful birthday out in California. For all technical support issues with the Mike O'Mara Show, you can contact our sugar glider wrangler himself, Matt Bloom, who's had a tough day, Ponyboy at MikeO'MaraShow.com. All correspondence for the show should be sent to TMOS, Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia, 20177. And remember, our official eVoice hotline is open at 800-440-8167. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Mike O'Mara saying, see you next time, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
No helmet.
Wait, don't go. I need to tell you that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is perfect for all your online shopping needs. Shop the best way. Shop Amazon. And please go through our website, always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.